5 tips to help you when seeking asylum in abroad. Please put all these 5 tips I'm going to mention in this video in your left hand in order not to use it to eat. Very, very important. You are looking ahead to come to abroad, or you are already in abroad under asylum procedure. Please watch this video. Very important. My name is Fumilola Makiwa. So number 1 tip that I'm going to give you today is that stay on your word. What do I mean by that? Let your A always be A, B always be B. You know, a lot of people will say, oh, this is the story, this is what brought me to your country, when they go to interview. You know, at the end of the day, they might have any other friends. No. Or you say, oh, this is my best friend, we live together in the same camp. Let me just tell him or her what really happened, this and this. No. Stay on your word. If it is required to tell them what really happened to you, it's better. You know, let your A always be A, let your B always be B. Don't say, oh, this is my tight friend, this is my this. Let me just tell him or her another story. This might affect you. The second tips I'm going to give you today is that do not change your identity. What do I mean by that? A lot of people will be saying, oh, Fumilola Makiwa don't say come. She just talk blah blah, she don't know what they talk. I passed through asylum before and I know how it is. So do not change your identity, because when asked you to clear your identity, this might affect you as well. There are a lot of people in this country changing their identity, affecting them, and they could not be able to go to their resident permit. When it is time for you to clear your identity in the country you are, because anywhere you be residing abroad, since you are under asylum procedure, if they don't grant you under your story, maybe the state want to consider you, or maybe you have stayed longer there, you work there, you know, one thing or the other, they wanted to consider you, they might tell you to clear your identity. They want to really know the country you are from. If you're a type of person that is already changed that identity, it's going to affect you, my brother, because you may not have the privilege to get your country pass then. So the third tips that I'm going to give you today is stick on your words. What do I mean by that? It's just like the first one that I said, let your hair be hair. These third tips as well, you must stick on your words. You know, if possible, anything that you know you can remember, tender to them, because not because of today, but because of future. There are a lot of people, let me use Germany as a sample, that they already give resident permit 5 years, 6 years. At the end of the day, because they've been got that resident permit through their story. Oh, now some of them take carry me come. Now so I take come to Germany. Now so I tell you this, all the whole story whereby they tell them. They might still call such people in future that they want to really, you know, look after the story again. When something you've been telling them you already forgot, it is not what you can be able to remember. Don't you know it's a problem? You know, it's just piece of advice from me to you all. Make sure you always stick on your words in order for not to affect you in future. So the 4th tips that I'm going to give you today when you are under asylum procedure in abroad, always find a way to know your chances in the country you are. Once you have been under asylum procedure, some people will say, my case is still in the court, I've never go to the interview. Find all the means to know your chances in the country so that you can know the way out, you can know the next step of your life. You know, neither going to the asylum agency in your country, in the country you reside, that can be able to enlighten you what you can do, or if it is required that you have a lawyer, you can still ask the lawyer very well that, what is the next step? Am I going to be granted in this country I am? Or what are the chances for me to be able to get resident permits in the country? Please find a way to always ask questions for those who really know, for those who can put you through. This as well will really help you. The 5th tips that I'm going to give you today is always obey the laws of the country you are, to avoid anything like criminal record. Do you know that criminal record can make you not to have the resident permit in the country, and it can damage your document as well? So make sure you always avoid anything like criminal record.